Good morning again from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're going on some more apartment tours today. I just feel like it's fun to bring you guys along at this point, and also for me, it's so fitting and so necessary to film all of the apartments, because if I don't film them, I'm gonna forget what they looked like, and looking back on them is definitely like a better circumstance for me. So I just hope that you guys are vibing and are into this. The day starts at 11 a.m. I got my apparently new favorite egg and cheese from this place called Kafar. They also have one in Brooklyn. Let's continue on with the Philadelphia apartment touring. People here are so nasty, and I'm like really upset to start off on the wrong foot, but the apartment is awesome. This is a model unit, so not all of them obviously look like this. This one's like a bigger one, but oh my god, the people here are so not nice. The leasing agents, everyone just, they're so not nice. Like 2 different people have been nasty to me, and I'm like, I will definitely not be a future resident here for future resident parking, because this place, as gorgeous as it was and as amazingly Harry Potter-esque it was a little bit outside of the city, but that was not the default for me. If it was outside of the city, I would be able to deal with that. I am not able to deal with nasty people, and that is just something that makes me want to cry, because if I'm asking you for a service, you should be able to provide me that service. And if a leasing agent's one job is to try to assist people in leasing apartments, maybe that's kind of important. And look how upsetting it is that a place so pretty and so historic and so just grand could be run by people who are just so absolutely insulting and mean, and just for no reason whatsoever. Granted, these people were 25 to 30 minutes late to my appointment. I had a whole schedule, ready and able to go for the entire day, so they definitely threw us off a little loop. As well as on top of that, they actually told me I was not allowed to view any apartments when I got there, and they were going to show me a video on a computer in the leasing office, even though we were in the building and traveled from New York City to be here. So of course I very quickly and assertively made them show me a building and a unit. I don't care if it was the unit that I needed to see or what I wanted to see. I would like to see how things go, and that's the way that apartment living should be. You should be able to see things firsthand, not on a computer screen, because if things were on a computer screen, they could have just texted it to me and I could have seen it and not wasted my time or my gas or my tolls or a hotel room the night before to see this damn place. But as you guys can see, it is quite cool, but I will let you know right now, I wish the video camera, you could smell through it, because this place smelled like fucking ass. It was the exact same smell that you would think a nasty, mean person would smell like. Disgusting cat litter and just awfulness. So I'm sorry guys, I'm a little worked up again, because I'm just thinking about how unfortunate it is to be treated so not nice by people who you go out of your way to be so positive and try to have a really nice grand day, and just some people are miserable people, and that's just kind of all you could deal. Moral of the story is, it doesn't matter how positive you are to people, most of the time if someone's just a miserable person, they're just going to be a miserable person. For sure. There was someone had a cat in here, but this wouldn't be the unit that we rent. There's another one higher that we would rent that is the exact same layout. Bathroom has like a window, which I think is quite nice. Again, linen closet. This is gotta be the master. Yeah, so is there a light? Okay. So this is master closet. The handles are like super Harry Potter and vintage, and this is a master with, the view is quite nice. And yeah, it just smells like cat piss in here, and I'm gonna pee. Okay guys, so I very quickly tried to debrief you a little bit when we were in there. They were so mean in there for no reason. Do you find that they were mean?
I just didn't like that they all started to gang up on us because we were telling them we just drove all the way from New York for you to tell us that we're gonna just watch a video on your TV screen.
Very like Hogwarts looking. It's super vintage. She mentioned ghosts. I feel like that's not something you mention in a tour, but I love that. I thrive on that. Give me a building that has a ghost. I don't care. But like, it just was a very interesting interaction. She made us wait. You should respect my time as much as I should respect your time. She wasn't with like another client or anything. I don't know. It's whatever. It's beyond the point. I don't like when people are not punctual. Our next appointment now, we're kind of not racing to, but it's like a half an hour away now because there's some traffic. Thank God I left some wiggle room in between this unit looking and the next one, but it seemed like she didn't have units to show us, and she was just like, well, I'm not understanding what you're not understanding. I can't show you anything. And I was like, so why am I here? I don't even think they were all leasing agents. They just all started like bullying Jordan and I and like ganging up on us and telling us like, well, you could just watch the video, or I don't know what to tell you. And we were like, why did we drive from New York City to Philly? It was just weird. I would not be moving into that apartment. So the last one that we just went in, were like, they called themselves lofts, but I don't think it was really lofts. It was actually like a covenant. So like across the street from a church, and it's a converted covenant into apartment buildings. And it was actually quite nice. It was very clean. It was very crisp. The first floor that was available had really dark wood floors. I didn't get to film it, but then the top floor had like gray kind of floors, and I'd rather be higher up considering you're just like above and you have the view and the light and whatever. But the first floor one was cooler because I love that dark wood. Yeah, we're going to another space kind of close to, it was literally down the block from the other one. Oh, this is cool. Jordan's gonna like this.
The destination is on your right.
So it kind of looks like this. Hopefully, I guess we like this one, and yay, we're a little bit early for our appointment, so I'm actually gonna call the guy and see if he could like swing us in earlier. I think we're having a more positive kind of energy to the day now. We're not gonna sit in traffic anymore, so that's really good. And the last woman who gave us a tour around was like very bubbly and like everything that I needed. So let me call this dude. In amazing news, the guy was able to bring us in early, and it was awesome. So we were able to come in here. This is like a community room, so this was be where maybe you do remote work or whatever. There's like a little community kitchen, and there's a gym, and I thought it was decorated quite nice. It's a new building. I think they're like almost 50% occupied. It seemed pretty quiet and pretty chill in there, which is nice. This is their model studio. I thought it was kind of big and cool. This is definitely a true loft space. I do like the windows. I thought this was sweet. This is the one bedroom of that model that you just saw before, so obviously it's a little bit bigger. It's the floor to ceiling windows. It's a bit higher. The other one was the basement unit. This one's the first floor unit. This guy was so sweet. He really helped us out in kind of understanding like the neighborhood and what's going on. Just really cool and definitely informative in the way that I needed a leasing agent to be. So this is a one bedroom. Kind of like it. It's cool. Very just like clean, like modern kind of standard bathroom. Here's like the drawers and stuff.
Hello, it's Tyrell. Make sure you come check us out at Herringbone Lofts, the best property in Philadelphia.
You heard the man. He loves this property, and we did too. We thought it was quite nice. I just don't think it's absolutely perfect for us, but it was gorgeous, and I really liked how it was on the train, and it was definitely in the location that I want to be in. But beside that, this is not my first Philadelphia apartment hunting tour vlog. I did post one a few months ago, and I will link it up here in the cards as well as in my description, but it'll be best if you just subscribe to the channel to kind of keep up with I guess the debauchery of all of this, because it has been a whirlwind, and it's definitely a stressful situation and very overwhelming to try to move to a new city, as well as, you know, your first apartment. So I'm very grateful for Tyrell and all the nice leasing agents that I had throughout this whole journey so far that have been so helpful and so supportive in this process. All right, so we ended up really liking, I think, the last place, but I just don't know how practical it is. I think we really like the idea of loft spaces, even especially when they have one bedrooms, but I think it's a little impractical for how much things Jordan and I have. I think we really like being in a loft space to like clear our brain and have like this amazing like refreshing kind of mentality, but we're very like cluttery kind of bull. We have a lot of stuff, we have a lot of equipment, we like require a lot of things, so lofts are just a little too clean cut for us. So it's obviously a conversation for like another day where like Jordan and I have to like actually sit down and try to like figure it out. But we are currently trying to do another tour at another place that's like just an actual like apartment, just like a brick kind of building, and just like a normal like on top of businesses sort of apartment, and I think that's gonna be probably more up our speed. So we have a few more guys, and I feel happy because I'm filling you in a lot more than I were last time, because I feel like more time in between. I think I sandwiched things a lot better and more orchestrated this time. Two of the places that we saw 2 times ago were literally a 2-minute drive away from each other, and then as we were driving we saw a third place that we were supposed to visit, but unfortunately that tour got canceled. So it was like in a trifecta, which makes me happy because it knows that that's the location that I really like. So it was cool though to just see the building anyway, even if we weren't allowed to be inside of it. So these next few apartments that we're gonna see were, I don't want to say that they were questionable, but they were definitely like more dormitory living than they were young adult professional living. I don't think that they were awful, but they did not have air conditioning, so you needed to bring your own air conditioning unit. And I'm just like such a central AC girl that I'm just, for the same price or for a little price less, I would so much rather just have central AC. And this apartment was definitely in Center City and not the area that I wanted to be in, but I definitely wanted to give ours the most options possible. This person I think did a really nice job at like formulating how the space could be set up. I thought it was like a really cute apartment and so beautiful, but like at the same time it was definitely dormitory living, and this was not just Jordan and I on the tour, which actually worked out quite well. It was like college students and people who just graduated. I thought this person had such a cute apartment, but it just wasn't for me. I thought it was small. I thought it was interesting. I think this apartment used to be a hotel, so what they did was put curtains to block that secondary door. Jordan was not happy, not thrilled with any of these spaces, as were I, but you know, I do my due diligence and trying to make sure we have like every option, whatever available. And this was actually just like so super cheap. You know, you didn't want to pass it up, but at the same time, I'd rather pay a little bit extra penny, have something that I really, really like. So sorry to go on and on about it, but here are the apartments. We saw a lot of them. I don't want these walls. Jordan didn't like the last thing. Look at him.
It was okay.
It was okay.
I've seen better already.
Yeah, we saw a lot better. Just this price was like so insanely affordable and really, really, like, I can't even say it was affordable. It was like so cheap, and we're like dead center by like all the shopping, like coffee shops, etc. But like, I don't think we want to live in this part of the city anyway. We're like literally in center city. I don't think that we want to live here whatsoever. I mean, we like the coffee here. We keep coming to this coffee shop, Coquito Coffee. But other than that, I don't think that we were thrilled by it. It was definitely like the most affordable option ever that we've seen thus far, but it was actually a lot cheaper than the things that we've been seeing, but it wasn't like enough where it was so good that like we wanted to live there. Now we're just getting coffee, and our next appointment is at 4:30 in Northern Liberties. So we're in Center City right now, so actually we probably have to try to skedaddle out of here. Jordan just says to me, I think all the apartments that we saw last time and like the absolute last time we were here were like killing the game. Because they were better.
No,
and I was like, granted, Jordan, I'm just giving us crazy options right now because you don't want to look at the same exact setup every time. Otherwise, you already have made up your mind. I like it over here. I like it over here a lot. I know. There's
Like,
so many new buildings.
Can we just like knock on the door and be like, hey, like,
yes,
brand
you
new
can.
building?
You can. You're allowed to do that. There's so many signs in Philly, especially when you're in like Rittenhouse and South Philly and even like Northern Liberties and like Spring Garden and everything over here. There's so many signs that just go leasing, call, leasing. Like literally, yeah, just call them. If you think the building looks cool, take it upon yourself and call them. Because I keep taking pictures of all the phone numbers, and then on another day when I have like the mental, yeah, give them all a call. I'm a little like, on street parking because my friend's car literally on Tuesday, today's Friday, got broken into in Philly. She has a Kia though. There's like a big thing going around with Kias. Someone drank her energy drink that was already opened and drinking. They broke her window and like tried to hotwire the car and they couldn't get into it. And she said her car smelled like cigarette and VO. So I was like, that's really great, dude. All right, let's maybe try to look for somewhere that has like a parking garage or something. Oh my God, guys. So we just got out of the last tour and I didn't really want to film it. I'm literally dying. It was so awkward. The person was great. The building was really nice. It was whatever, like, but we were walking into where people currently kind of live. And so, you know, you're going through people's stuff and like, whatever, guys. We walked into what I assume a frat house looks like. The leasing agent, he was like a young kid he was younger than Jordan and I. He literally fucking was like, because you don't even want to know what this place looked like. It was god awful. There was food everywhere. There was Go Puff bags everywhere. There was blankets on the floor in the kitchen. The bathroom was like, oh my God, like it looked like he's never like, it looks like he doesn't even own a paper towel. Oh my God, it was like the scariest thing to walk into, and it's really uncomfortable and you don't want to make comments because like you don't want to like whatever, but like that shit was so filthy, and you live in like kind of an expensive building in like a really nice neighborhood. Like, how dare you? It was the craziest thing. And he was like, the leasing agent was like, I'll make a note of this. Jordan was like, I would not move in this place even if, I think I just got bit by a mosquito. And it wasn't that the apartment was awful. The apartment's like gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But yeah, so Jordan, whatever, just got off the phone with another place. But that was the end of our tours for today, guys, which I think we're a little bummed because that was like a crazy note to end up on, that this man, this disgusting single man, just lives in this awful, just his underwear's on the floor. Yeah, like, you have to... Your leasing agent and your company, your property managers have to tell you when you're coming into your like someone's apartment 24 hours like ahead of time, and they're allowed to do that. That's like a thing. So this man willingly was like, yeah, you could show my apartment tomorrow, and left it like that. And with that concludes our apartment tours in Philly for the day. Continuing forth, I hope that you guys are subscribed and are enjoying this kind of styled content while I kind of just brain dump on you. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there was any that were really cool. I wasn't in love with any of them today, I'll be quite honest with you. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.